Geographically speaking, you're studying very close to the Holy Father. Is this affecting your formation?
I think absolutely. I mean, I don't see how it really could not. The proximity that we're blessed to have with the Holy Father is just really incredible.
One of the real gems during the weekend as well is the opportunity to go and hear the Holy Father give his Angelus address. Every weekend he comes out to his window, which faces St. Peter's Square, and he gives a short address to the pilgrims. In it, he speaks in Italian, and it's usually a little homily on the Sunday's Gospel.
Would you like to share a couple of your highlights or mountaintop moments that you've had in Rome?
We got to have a semi-private audience with the Holy Father, and Pope Benedict came in, and he was very gracious and really took his time, very generous of him. And anyone who wanted, as he came into the room, could shake his hand.
And one that's particularly special for me is there were 4 of us that were asked to sing a couple of pieces of chant in the Sistine Chapel for a couple who was visiting, and we stayed in the Sistine Chapel for about 15 minutes and sang these 3 pieces of music. And it was just this small group of us. Our song was a prayer, and the people listening could appreciate the chapel being used for what it was meant to be used for. It's not just a tourist site. It's not just art. It's a place to pray.
The celebration of the closing of the year for priests. They had priests from all over the world come for the closing vigil and Mass. I think it was the largest Mass ever been celebrated. It was quiet. You could hear a pin drop. In the middle of Rome, at the heart of the church, there with the Holy Father and tens of thousands of priests from every corner of the world in silent adoration before the King of Glory.
One of the other things that I was able to do that was very meaningful for me on the feast of the patron saint of my home parish, St. James. My home parish is St. James in New Alexandria. I was able to go to the church where Saints Philip and James are entombed, and I was able to go down into the crypt area under the main altar and pray at the tomb of these 2 apostles for the people who helped nourish me from as far back as I can remember. And it was a very special moment.